She's a wild one. Federal authorities arrested a violent passenger last Wednesday after she charged toward the plane's cockpit and attacked 3 crew members. The incident took place when an American Airlines flight from Dallas-Fort Worth was preparing to land in Charlotte. That's when 36-year-old Charlene Harriet suddenly bolted toward the cockpit and ignored flight attendants' instructions to sit down. The flight attendants chased after Harriet and then restrained her with duct tape and zip ties in the first-class section of the plane. While restrained, Harriet became even more violent and bit one flight attendant in the arm and kicked another. Harriet was held in the Mecklenburg County Jail on 3 counts of assault and battery. On Thursday, a federal judge reportedly ordered her to remain in custody until a detention hearing next week. We are ready for takeoff. Please fasten your seatbelt and do not do anything crazy.
Now that's what you call silent but deadly. All passengers on an American Airlines flight were evacuated on Sunday afternoon after someone farted so hard it made people sick. An unknown passenger reportedly dropped a stink bomb so bad that it warranted an actual deplaning. The cheese cutting apparently made passengers on the plane feel nauseated and overcome with headaches. The plane quickly landed at Raleigh-Durham International Airport in North Carolina, and passengers were released from the aircraft. Luckily, no casualties were reported from the windy incident. One big question, though. What in the world did that stinker eat? Okay, now chuckles aside, farts, flatus, or flatulence can actually make you sick. Backdoor breezes are comprised of minor sulfur gas components, including hydrogen sulfide. And depending on the amount, it can cause headaches, nausea, skin, and/or eye irritation. So keep it in your pants or go to the bathroom or something. Man.
Passenger biting traveler causes plane to divert. An LA to New York JetBlue flight diverted on Sunday due to a snappy passenger. The unnamed passenger reportedly just started biting and attacking other passengers out of nowhere. He's believed to have known them. According to CBS Los Angeles, people on board, including doctors, tried to help the man, but the dude just kept on biting, munching, and gnawing. That's until they kicked him off somewhere over Vegas. Just kidding. They landed in Sin City, got rid of him, and then were on their merry way again.
Professor from China attempts self-upgrade on plane. A Chinese passenger who is also an assistant professor from UPenn attempted to upgrade himself on a United Airlines flight with embarrassing results. The flight was bound from Shanghai to New York City and was delayed due to the passenger's antics. Professor Lu Yong allegedly attempted to sneak into first class, but was quickly ejected by flight attendants, and he retreated to the Economy Plus section. When flight attendants in that section realized that he was in the wrong seat, they attempted to request that he move to his assigned seat in economy. Lu then threw an epic temper tantrum, eventually ending up on the floor, and refused to move. 3 Shanghai airport police officers were called on board, but when Lu still refused to move, the officers resorted to physically dragging him off the flight. Lu can be heard screaming that the officers are ruining his new clothes as he's unceremoniously dragged off the plane. During the process, he kicked the officers, causing minor injuries. He's been charged with disrupting public service, which can result in a maximum of 3 years in jail. All that for an Economy Plus seat?
Did someone forget their manners? Flying is usually an enjoyable experience until you have to put up with people who left their etiquette on the ground. An airline passenger was recently roasted on Reddit and Instagram after a photo showing a pile of trash in the middle of the aisle right next to his seat. No one knows what happened prior to the incident, but the guy was seen reading a book looking unbothered with remains of a half-eaten airline dinner and trash beside him. While the passenger may have not been bothered by the mess, internet users certainly were. A Reddit user who claims to be a flight attendant said it's uncertain if the contents on the floor were the doing of this particular passenger, but they have seen passengers do this before, and it's infuriating. Since the photo was posted on social media, it's gotten over 34,000 upvotes on Reddit and nearly 5,000 likes on Instagram. More than 3,000 comments have been made between both platforms. Unfortunately, the witch hunt won't do much since the identity of the passenger and name of the airline remain unknown.